Proteins are very important to our bodies. Much of our bodies are made from protein molecules such as muscle, cartilage, ligaments, skin, and hair. Smaller protein molecules make up hemoglobin, hormones, antibodies, and enzymes. The food that we eat is our main source of protein. Once we chew and swallow our food, it travels down our esophagus until it reaches our stomach. Once the food reaches our stomach, an inactive form of enzyme called pepsinogen is secreted into the stomach. The acidity of the gastric juice in the stomach transforms pepsinogen to its active form called pepsin. Pepsin breaks proteins down into smaller, shorter chains called polypeptides. Protein digestion is completed in the duodenum or the duodenum part of the small intestine. Here, protein is further broken down into amino acids by the enzymes trypsin and chymotrypsin, which are secreted by the pancreas into the small intestine. Amino acids get absorbed in the small intestine. Next, the absorbed amino acids are carried by the portal blood system to the liver. After the liver, the amino acids get distributed to the rest of the body. Once the amino acids reach the different tissues in the body, they form amino acid pools. Excess amino acids lose their nitrogen by a combination of transamination and deamination. This nitrogen is mostly converted to urea and excreted in the urine. It is when amino acids lose their nitrogen that our bodies are able to use the amino acids as an energy source. What if the diet has too much protein? What happens then? Well, excess amino acids can be converted into pyruvic acid and acetyl-CoA, and then they can be converted into lipids through the lipogenesis process. However, if carbohydrates are low in the diet, the amino acids can be converted to pyruvic acid and then converted into glucose or glycogen for the body to use.